Hello and welcome everybody. We have the patch notes for July 31st, 2025. Let's get right into it. First off, we have a big open letter from PA. It pretty much is a talk about the combat system rollout, that they are aware that it wasn't very smooth. They're reviewing your feedback as quickly as possible. So if you have feedback, do go to the feedback forums, make constructive criticisms, do mention a few things. They are looking at this right now. They also understand that it can be an inconvenience when you went to someplace and now it became unavailable. But they do remind us that this was a complete rework of the combat system, so there will be these sort of issues coming up. And they also understand that not everyone may agree with this direction. However, they did share these plans ahead of time, and they do feel that it goes towards the direction of the game. They will be paying close attention to every detail. And there is a big note for PvP with the upcoming gear changes and the changes to mouse movement resistance effects. The PvP environment is still considered unstable from their side. They are going through the section of the defense meta where players have become too tanky, and they're going to be rolling out some balance patches for the classes most affected. They're also preparing improvements for certain classes like Sage Awakening that have become too powerful. Just think AOS. Other classes will be carefully reviewed and adjusted stat by stat, and this will be a prioritization on the PvP side of things. So probably a big patch again with more factors on the damage, the PvP modifier. But this is definitely a really big letter. Do consider going on the PA forums and upvoting things that you agree with, or maybe making your own suggestions. If you find bugs, do report them in bug reports, even if they seem minor. They seem to be very much asking for this finding of issues, or if you feel there's an issue, to rather report it and then be on the safe side. But yeah, with that, we'll continue. We have the mouse movement removal from Berserker getting its adjustments finally. So Prime Lava Piercer, since you can no longer increase the movement distance when used in beast form, they've changed it so that the skill cooldown resets when you combo into Shake It Off or Evasion during the skill. Prime Tackling Rock, they've changed the defensive effect from a forward guard to a super armor. Prime Beast form and Prime Berserk form, they changed the skill. They changed the name from Prime Beast form into Prime Berserk form. The icon has also been updated. They've added the Bestial Rage state of Prime Unstoppable Beast when using Prime Berserk form. They changed so the enhanced effect granted while under the Bestial Rage state to also be activated when using the skill alone. They've also separated Prime Berserk form and Bestial Rage state so that the Beast form can be maintained even if Prime Berserk form is deactivated. And then we just have the changed skill icon on Succession. On Awakening, Lava Piercer has been changed so that it now maintains the Iron Buster state when used with your Iron Buster. Skills comboed after using the skill will prioritize the Awakening skills. Giant's Leap has been changed to allow for additional leaps to be performed consecutively while airborne. Suppressing WF or SF after landing will reactivate the skills before. So here we have an example when used while airborne, which is like a long forward dash, and when used after landing, it does the one jump and then it jumps backwards. Then we also have two more examples of this. We have a forward jump and then turning around and a backwards dash in the same direction, and here we have a sort of zigzag back and forth to turn the character. Then we have the Shai. They do mention that the Shai has gotten significant changes with the unified rules for DP reduction. Many of her strength, particularly those tied to Misty Haze, felt quite a bit different. Today they're implementing a series of adjustments for her to be more reliable in PvE, even when solo. They will continue to monitor Shai, so again, if you feel a certain way about these Shai changes, do make a constructive post. They do mention the tuck and roll has now increased movement distance by 25%. They've also added a PvE invincibility to it. Sprinkle Sparkle. It will now recover up to 300 HP based on the skill level, and it will now deal damage to enemies and recover HP also to allies. They've also increased the projectile speed and maximum travel range of this skill. Yippee, they've added a super arm when using a skill. The skill acquisition has also been lowered to level 30. And they've changed the skill to no longer trigger a falling animation when jumping while using a skill. But you still may take damage or die from falling from great heights. And if your character attempted to land but was repositioned midair, the falling animation will play. Then we have Get Well. They've added a super armor to the skill. Over here, they changed the cooldown from 4 to 2 minutes. Twirl Boom. They've added a knockback on hit. Now they've removed the movement speed decrease debuff and added a ult TP minus 20 for 10 seconds, and it changed it into a skill that deals damage to targets. Try This has gotten a forward guard when using a skill. 1, 2, 3, Twirl 3, Eat This, Go Away, Tumble Wumble, and Twirl Boom. They've increased the time the characters can rotate based on the camera direction while using the skill. In the case of Earth's Tremble, they changed the debuff on hit from a stun to a knockdown. On Sun's Fury, they've removed the movement speed decrease, but they've changed it so now attack and casting speed decrease reduces up to minus 25% based on your soul's enhancement level. And then we have the skill damage changes. So Eat This is going from 2904 with 100% crit rate, with 80% damage in PvP only. It's now 7550 with a crit rate of 100% and 40% damage in PvP. Go Away is going up from 1,187 and 90% reduction to 2,659 times 2 with 44% reduction, or reduced to 44%. Over here it used to be only a 321 skill with 100%. Now it's a 3,852 with 100% damage in PvP. Tumblewumble was a 2,432%. This is now being changed to 3,405. It remains on 70% damage in PvP. Troll Boom used to be 6,433. It had a crit rate of 100% in PvE and 25 in PvP. PvP damage modifier of 50. This is now turning into a 7,720. Critical hit rate has been unified to 50% and 45.4 damage in PvP. Sun's Fury, 4,592. And a 70% damage in PvP only has been changed to a 12,628 with a 100% crit hit rate with 32% damage in PvP. Earth's Tremble used to be 4,214 with a 70%. This is turning into a 10,114 with a crit hit rate added of 100% and 40% damage in PvP only. Delusive Light, they've also fixed an issue with a movement speed decrease effect. The skill was not empowered according to your soul's enhancement level. Then we have some overall class changes. Berzerker, Lava Piercer, Prime Lava Piercer, they fixed an issue with the skill consumed additional stamina when used via quick slot during Beast form. Berserker Prime Berserk form, they corrected a skill description. Shai various skills. They fixed an issue where the PvP damage reduction rate was displayed instead of the actual PvP damage ratio in the skill descriptions. On Guardian, the Cleansing Flame, they fixed an issue where the all AP decrease effect on hits was not displayed in the skill description. Wukong Fighting Buddha, they fixed an issue where you could activate the skill even when the gourd bottle dough gauge wasn't full. Wukong's Upheaval, they fixed an issue where the super armor effect would be interrupted when quickly attacking an enemy in front of during the skill. And Wukong's Golden Gaze Incomplete, they fixed the issue where the all evasion increase stat were incorrectly listed in the skill description. Then for items, Shai Vidiclari, they added a durability reduction resistance of plus 10 for outfit pieces. They've also added an outfit slot equip effect plus 1 part to the equip effect details of Vidiclari outfit pieces, except for the tree and desert camouflage. They're also increasing the extra damage to ships and sea monster stats for ship equipment. This is for cannons, sea crystals, and the ocean tiered Emerald Knoll by 2.6 times. This is a adjustment to finally make the sea monsters normal again. It used to be 18,000 on a plus 10 Valor. Now it's 46,800. Same thing goes for the Panoxion enhanced cannon. They've also improved shop selling so that non-stackable items such as seeds can now be sold in batches of up to 20 at a time. That is a really nice change. Monster Zone, monster changes. They've adjusted the balance of Cyazar in the Pit of Undying. They also added a message when the special attacks start and end, and they increase the duration of the special attack movements. They've also reduced the number of debuffs required to remove his enhanced effects. On Elvia, Hexe, they fixed an issue where the Hexe Sanctuary mobs had lower HP than intended. So the Hexe Sanctuary monsters will now have a 100% increase in HP as a result. Mount-wise, they've reduced the time required to transport mounts between stables and wharfs, using the mount transport feature from 10 minutes to 3 minutes. They also added the ability to transport guild chips through the guild wharf managers, and they expanded the safe zones near the wharfs in Velia, Ilia, and Lima Island. This is for the upcoming Blue Battlefield that they pushed back from today's update. Quest and Knowledge, they've improved the Gumio not a gifted healer after all quest to now guide you to the quest location before accepting it. Node and Conquest Wars, there was an issue with the Flame Tower and Watcher damage during Node and Conquest Wars being affected by characters' damage reduction stats. NPC background and sound, so we have the Arena Solar Hall of Fame being updated with the players who ranked first in their classes. You can still grab the Blessing of the Great Knight with for 20 energy, which is a breath XP plus 10% for 10 hours. They've also renewed the main theme for the background music for Ataraxia and Vamakea. Thermian background will remain in-game for one more week for adventurers utilizing photo mode at Thermian Beach. UI, they changed the item search function, Control F, to now display large item quantities in an abbreviated form. Web, new wallpapers have been added to the wallpaper menu on the Black Desert official website. The wallpapers are supported in the mobile 720x1580 resolution and the PC 1920 by 180 resolution. There's a small translation change for the Origin of Ancient Light. This has been changed to the Light of Ancient Origin. And then finally we go to the modified or changes. So we have gamepad mode fixes where inventory my stats window was displayed an outdated version of the UI. Then another gamepad mode where there was a key guide background looking awkward on bag items. Gamepad mode, they've also improved navigation when moving from the bottom of the quest window list back up, making controls smoother and less difficult. And gamepad mode, they updated the My Stats and Detailed Stats windows so the key guide now displays correctly. They also fixed some issues where the quest Summer Season, a whole new experience presented by Fugor, couldn't be completed. They also fixed some issues where tag character buttons were not clickable in certain situations. They also revised some guide text in the Enhancing with Nader's Band from Black Spirit. They fixed awkward phrasing in Adventure Log Steve's Encyclopedia. They also fixed issues where camera angles for Belena's NPCs Eileen appeared awkward when accepting simplified quests. Further fixes for Arena Solaire Guide from Razia Temple where characters could become stuck or invulnerable in certain spots. They removed accuracy, damage reduction, and evasion stats from the tooltip that appeared when hovering over question marks next to AP, Awakening AP Defense, or DP in inventory. Further, they fixed an issue where the boss TP was not increasing correctly in the Black Shrine Hongwei party mode. In party hard mode, they also fixed issues when the number of stored mounts was not displayed correctly during mount transport. Sages, there's some fixes for knee-bending poses during Ocean Spray Snorkel outfit. On Hashashin, there was a similar issue with the face adjustment. They fixed an issue with some dialogue was missing during Dorio's advice quest. There was also some issues on the Blessing of Tavek effect from Tavek's build being applied beyond the intended time limit in restricted node wars. They also fixed issues where the world boss Vel was dealing excessive damage to big ships. Fixed an issue where the DP decrease debuff near red battlefield occupation areas would remain active even after leaving. Dosa, they fixed an issue where the pants of the Azure Sky outfit would clip through the shoes. Ranger, they fixed an issue where the appearance would display awkwardly when wearing the Summer Getaway outfit after applying certain customizations. Berserker, Sorceress, Kunoichi, and Corsair, there was a similar issue with the Ocean Spray outfit that is being fixed. Ninja, there was a dye issue on the Petroglyph Stalker helmet that is being fixed. Dark Knight, they fixed an issue with a zipper ornament on the Ocean Spray outfit was awkward. Wukong and Striker, there was an appearance issue that is being fixed on the Rakshasa helmet with a hairless hairstyle. Wukong, they've also fixed an issue where glove dye would not be applied when equipping Dobarts or Teratus gloves, together with Tuvala armor. They also fixed an issue where the symbol outline would not be dyed when dyeing the Ocean Spray Ball cap outfit. They also fixed issues where character damage in PvP was not applied correctly in certain situations. So Node War, Conquest War, War of the Roses, and Red Battlefield will now be available again. Simplified the remaining Blackstone armor, concentrated magical Blackstone armor, and items into the respective new items. If you still had some of these, they've been unified and placed into the idle storage. They've also changed the debuff description applied when struck by enhanced flame towers from evasion rate to evasion. They also fixed an issue where the critical damage increase effect was not applied to some classes, Fiery Sovereign Awakening weapons. They also fixed some issues where adventurers with naval fame above 0 were incorrectly classified as pirates if their actual karma was below 0. There was also an issue for adventurers dealt higher damage than intended to ships. They also fixed an issue where sea monsters dealt higher damage to ships. And they fixed an issue where horse damage was not properly applied to forts during Node Wars. And Hashashin, finally, they fixed an issue where the appearance was not displaying when wearing the event preppy classes. Event-wise, we're very short this time. We have quick to join, fast to grow, meet your new sailing partner. So from July 31st to August 14th, there is a sailor event, so you'll be able to hire crews to sail your ship. You'll be able to meet the following sailors at Portaferia right now: diligent, honest, strong, powerful, quick, realistic, curious, quick-witted, and born in the sea sailors. So sailors who once only visited Vili and Ilia will now also appear at Portaferia. There's a reminder to buy the sailor contract certificate to recruit them. And during this event, you'll also find more innocent sailors waiting for you at Portaferia. And finally, the wait time or the visit time for the sailors will be much shorter, from 5 to 10 minutes. And also, if you defeat any Great Ocean monster during this event, you will earn double the sailor XP. Finally, we got the Pearl Shop. We have the now full release, as far as I know, from the Ocean Spray box. This should be now coming out fully. So here we have the male and Shai version and the female version up here. There is a choose your own own Ocean Spray box times 3 for 10% off with a title connected to it. Then you also have your choose your own Ocean Spray box itself, female Ocean Spray bodysuit, female Ocean Spray shorts, male Ocean Spray bodysuit and fins, or bodysuit and clogs, or Ocean Spray shorts for male. And then we also have the Shai Spray outfit box for snorkel and swim fins, snorkel and clogs, ball cap and beach sandals. Wukong is getting more working outfits, so we have the Splat Fisher arriving for Wukong, the Dadum Dadum, and also the Canapé outfit set, the Pavilla, the Karki, and the Venia and the Agris. Then we also have 1 week only Sweet Premium Coupon Pack. This is 50% off. This is not available in Belgium or Netherlands because it's an RNG box. Then we have Choose Your Premium Pack 1 for 45% off, which has some Radiant Premium Enhancement boxes, also the Ultimate Premium Enhancement box, again RNG boxes, added with 3 outfits. The same thing for Premium Pack 2 with 2. What's the difference? Oh, with less RNG boxes? Oh no, with less enhancement health kits. Then we have the same thing for a Premium Pack 3 version. Then additional products from now until August 14th, there's 35% off the Triple Maids pack. Bosun Jack is also now available permanently on the store. This is now a permanent edition of the Bosun Jack parrot. And there is a double Bosun Jack pack for 30% off for 1,540 pearls instead of the usual 2,200 for 2 of them. And with that, we have the update for July 31st. Let's see what Global brings tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes.